Kilpailussa mukana Ramirent. Kotikatsomon eväät tarjoaa Kotipizza.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more disc golf media coverage. We have got the fourth stop on the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour. We are here in Kuopio, Finland. I'm Tony Ferro.
And joining him, Connor Wood. As we extend this first round to the back nine here, these players are heating up with scores as low as 7 down through the front 9. These guys are absolutely crushing the course. We have a beautiful day with beautiful scoring conditions and weather, tons of gallery spectators. It's a beautiful weekend for some disc golf.
Oh, it sure is. Scoring conditions could not be better, especially on this open course. I'm sure it can be windy here. But these guys are not dealing with that now, as we see here. We got a couple 7 downs. Joona Heinänen. Shoot, I'm gonna get it one of these times.
And Jukka also tying him at 7 under. We got Jesse sitting at 6 with a clean 3rd place, whereas 4th and 5th is still a toss-up. But with lots of golf to go, we'll see if they can maintain that hot pace that they've set in the front 9.
Well, this is another tough one as we head back downhill for hole number 10, 107 meters. We've got just a couple of undulations in the ground as you're heading down this hill, but as always, that basket's sitting right on the edge of the plateau, right in front of a downhill slope with OB behind it.
These guys have been pretty stone cold. We've been talking about these scary putts with OB behind, and they're just draining them from edge of circle. So
I feel like I should have something else to say for these things, but they really are tough, I promise. These guys just don't really seem to think that.
And there's an example. Jesse has a tester, OB behind. We're going to say it's scary. He's going to putt it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
We'll see if he wants that. Joonas now up to the tee.
Ooh,
Much
big
more of a spike hyzer angle.
Oh, yeah. This should hit and sit, though, real good. Ooh, a little back roll. And that's not bad. I think that's pretty
that's
close.
Really good.
Yeah. And he's putting sideways at the basket. No drop off for him. Still has the OB to deal with, but I'd take that any day.
We see our current leader, Joona, here, opting for a wide hyzer forehand. Has he hung it too wide, though? That looks to be swinging back in nicely, but he is...
Oh, my gosh.
I was going to say a little short, but he is parked. About 5 meters.
Could we expect anything less from this man?
And Asa taking the shades off. We'll see if that affects his game. Very overstable disc there, releasing super wide with Anheuser, and look at that thing fight. Not quite all the way, connecting with some branches, but he looks to have landed safely in the fairway.
That's not so bad. That's a big, crazy putt. Most likely going to lay it up, but I don't know. He's lining it up.
He's got the sideways. And it's a half bit.
Ooh. But it sat. It did not get the roll away.
I don't think that putt is too much closer than the one he just had, though. Probably from a 10-12 to maybe a 7-8 meter. Still
maybe
a little bit left.
Might look a little weird with the camera angle and the downhill, but we'll see what he's got when he's up there.
Confident putt by Joonas there. Top of the chains, dead center. He is now 5 under, getting us started with a birdie here on hole 10.
Keeping it going, keeping the fight alive. Jesse up again with a death putt. Does not care. Cash money.
And we can keep saying they're scary putts, but he's just so confident. He's able to execute on that, not get left or right, hit the right amount of metal. Great stuff by Jesse to put himself to 7 under.
He seemed a bit nervous on that one.
Kind of a little shaky.
Came out funny, but
that did not come out funny.
That didn't come out funny.
Joona throwing his usual laser beams at the basket.
8 down out of the first 10. This is getting kind of crazy, ridiculous. What's the course record here? Anybody got that in the comments? Nice back putt from Essa. Saving the par.
Great
And you
save.
were right. That was 6-7 meters back up the hill. That was...
Just a little bit, scary, but uphill, he can give it all the force he needs.
Here we go. Into the woods we will go. Downhill par 3, 96 meters through a tunnel. Probably seeing a bunch of putters here. I'm sure the distance isn't really the issue. It's hitting the gap. Because if you don't hit it, you're going to be scrambling the whole way down.
There's no doubt, as you just have to hit gap after gap. I think important here is the height and the nose angle control to eliminate any potential... if you hit something and you're low down, you'll get a much less severe skip or kick than if you're connecting high up on the tree. So I think these guys will really need to control their power and their height.
Yesay up, choosing the sidearm. Can watch the gap the entire time. Look at that. That's just so picturesque. Oh, a little left. Oh, no. That is not where you want to go.
He'll be scrambling, like you said. If you connect early, you can be full scramble mode. Thought we were about to see Joonas jump putt for a second there, but just putting his grip sack down, I believe. So he gets a beautiful backhand.
That is
flip up.
almost awesomeness, but he got a couple double taps there, and he is in the circle.
He is certainly putting. Nice correction. I think the very last tree he had to miss was the one he connected with. We'll see Joona now with the standstill. Looks to be throwing quite nose down, I think, straight at it. Oh, a little height.
Oh, but early release out of the hand, catching left tree pretty fast off of the tee here. He's going to have some distance to cover to get that par. Essa up now. Going sidearm. Putter, I believe. Oh, that was a little bit too much hyzer, though.
Looks quite overstable as
Yeah.
well. Barely fought up to flat. He will be kicking right. And although you have a lot of trees to contend with, there is no OB on this hole. So these guys will be left to scramble their way to the basket.
Hey, scramble we shall. Joona up first. Huge Anheuser putt. And what in the world?
That's insanity. That's an incredible approach there with just an Anheuser putt.
For a second, I thought that was going to give it a run to go in. I was just like, this guy, just stop, please. My gosh.
On another level, we'll see Yese here try to make his way up to the basket and sit it down.
Sit.
Made to the basket. He didn't quite sit soon enough, but he will be putting back uphill to save his par.
Unfortunate roll away there. That is looking to me about 8 meters.
And we see Essa now. I believe this is his second. Gives it a good birdie
good
bid.
putt. That was not bad. And Joonas now
For his birdie.
taking strokes on the card. 6 down for Joonas.
Going really hot now. We'll see Yese contending with this short putt for his par. Trying to find a good footing here as he is in a straddle stance.
He sure does look
He doesn't look too comfortable.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
We'll see how his putt comes out.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Cashes it. Maybe touched one chain there, but scoops it into the basket nice and tight.
In is in.
You can see him shaking his head a
Everybody
little bit. He
laughing.
knows he got away with that one. And Joona tapping in his par. As these guys tap in their short putts, I have to give a shout out to a player in the MPO field who aced this tunnel shot, Teemu Virkala. Well done, buddy.
congratulations to you, sir. I'm sure that was so much fun to watch go probably dead center chains the whole way.
90 plus meter laser beam. You love to see it. What do we have here?
Hole 12, par 4, 221 meters. Got a downhill tee shot. But really, it's about placing the drive correctly to set yourself up for this peninsula green. It's kind of a good idea, actually, because it's an island in a sense, but it's not an island. But you know nobody's taking that little tiny walkway to get to the green.
Absolutely not. I think this first one, although you want distance, is more of a placement shot, and the second one is where you decide if you want to get aggressive. We see a big hyzer release here from Joonas.
And that is quite the hyzer. Maybe he
roll.
wanted a bit more D, but that roll is just prime time.
I think from the mouth of that little peninsula, as you mentioned, is a great landing zone to be.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't get too much further than what he got, actually. That roll was really great.
And Jesse, if he doesn't want as much distance, can opt for just a hyzer. Looking like he's throwing very overstable, he will fall short of where that OB line skews, and he'll have just a little shot over the OB to make his way to the green.
These guys making the drive look pretty easy here.
Joona, very wide, big hyzer angle. I think, as we mentioned, you don't need a ton of distance off the first. You just need to put yourself in a great place to carry over an easy shot as possible to the green.
Joona did not get the roll like Joonas did.
Asa, going for that familiar hyzer line, gives it a little bit less height than the others. Might push the distance a little more, but curls up nicely right before the OB stakes as well. Little roll. They're all set up for a good upshot.
I mean, I didn't think you could get too much further than what Joonas got, and Essa kind of showed me up. That was pretty much all the way to the stakes.
They made it look routine. Yes, now. He's pushed the left tree line, which you need to do with the hyzer forehand. He catches a little bit. That was scary, but he's put himself inbounds with another one of those pretty terrifying downhill putts.
That it sure was, but he does get some luck on his side. Joona is up now. Soft little hyzer bid, coming in a bit short. And
We got a putt off.
Yeah. Got a putt off with the two big boys on the card. Let's see what Joonas can do. He's right behind him, chasing him down.
And you can see the fact he's pushed that tree line a little bit allows him a more straight approach angle. He still opts for the hyzer, though, to swing it in, control his downhill distance. And he's done a great job to slide right up to 4 or 5 meters there.
That is what you want to do. For sure putting some pressure on the other boys.
Asa with a very soft hyzer bid. I think that may have slipped out, but he had a perfect throw, so ignore what I'm saying, because that was a beautiful result.
Yeah, but he's changing batteries.
I think he just didn't know how to throw it so soft.
He also looked a bit upset as he released it. He sort of turned around and didn't seem like he liked it, but he is right up there for a pretty good birdie chance. Joona now for his birdie chance.
Oh, just short to go 9 for 12.
And yes, I saw Joona run that.
You know he's running it.
He has to, right? 7 down
I'm
at this
done
point.
thinking that Yese is going to lay something up. Are you kidding me? He is for sure. Oh, he's got the stepper coming out too. This is going in. I'm just calling it now.
That's a tough putt. There's a lot left on there. As he could match Joona at 8 under now with this birdie putt.
Oh, he let me down.
Both of them connecting with the basket just a tiny bit under the correct height, and they both fall just below the basket.
Yeah, just a little late on the timing for the release. Didn't get it popped up in the air quite as much as he should have with the nice little jump he made.
And Joonas with another simple-looking birdie. Things are not looking very complicated as he sneaks his way to 7 down, birdieing 10, 11, and 12.
Tying with Yese now as well. Easy birdie for Essa. Just formality little tap in there.
And
You know.
fun fact, Joonas, he has birdied every hole since hole 7.
Holy cow. Joonas, you are
Nyt on mistä
doing
valita.
things.
Kebab, seitan sekä toiveuutuudet, kana ja härkäpapu. Raikkaamme hevät rullat kotipizzan tapaan. Vaikka mukaan matkaan tai lounaaksi. Kotipizzasta.
Number 13. 84-meter par 3 up the hill. Tunnel shot the entire way. Basically just going to want to flip something up, ride straight as long as you can, and then have it right at the very end, hook up just ever so slightly, come on in just around this last guardian tree, get that nice park job.
Tricky one as we move back into the woods. Once again, no OB that's artificial, but the natural OB will catch you in some trouble sometimes.
I'm sure with this distance, these guys are all looking to get this hole.
There's no doubt we'll see Joonas contend with these gaps up first.
That is looking pretty. Maybe a little early.
It's looking really good. A little early.
Yeah.
Also a little perfect.
I mean, he's about 5-6 meters short. So, yeah, I mean, it could have been a little bit better, but not bad. Not bad, Joonas.
It's tough to please. We see Asa now. Also, even more inside, it looks like, with a bit more distance. That's a great root or stick to catch him there and stop his skip away from the basket. He'll be putting from about edge of circle.
Oh, and we are seeing a sidearm. Holy cow, this will be tough to flip over and keep riding.
Oh, the angle control
Oh,
is so good.
Just hitting a tree. I mean, that was unbelievably difficult of a shot to go uphill, flip up and over.
There's something to be said about a specialist. It's fun to watch.
That is true. Yese is always fun to watch. He has lines that you never take.
I think there's been tournaments where there's lines where he's the only one playing them. I would argue that.
I totally would agree. That's for sure.
Which is always exciting for us at home to have the opportunity to watch that, especially when podium spots are on the line.
Stepper. Oh my gosh, that was so online.
Huge
Holy
bid.
cow. Joona, you are the man. Holy. It was so far uphill and so far away still.
All right, Yese to jump back on the birdie train. He's just
There
getting
it
them over.
is.
It's very close, but he's managing to put them in, secure the birdies. He's at 8 under now.
I wonder if he started doing like staggered mid-season or something, just like seems to be heavy staggered now. I remember him being a straddle putter. But either way,
I
he
recall a
is,
similar pattern from him. I think he's preferred the straddle in the past, but I think as a top-level pro, to work both into your game is a valuable skill set to have.
that is a valid point, and he is now 8 down and tied up with Joonas and Yese.
Joonas
Or
is
sorry,
just
Joonas, Joona, and Yese are all tied up.
the Triple J's all fighting at -8.
This is a tough card, guys. You guys gotta think about these names, man. This is rough.
Who picks this feature card? They were being mean to us.
Oh man, hole 14 got that Mando left right off the tee, and you're just gonna head through that tunnel, slightly turning left to right. Watch out on that landing zone, though. You do have the sloping green, and it looks fast with lots of rocks and roots all over the place to kick that disc around.
And Joonas super hot right now, holding the tee. Oh, finally connects with a tree there, as he has just been throwing perfectly for the past 6 holes or so. He will be left with a little upshot and I think looking to save par now.
Well, Yese, I think, has something else to say about this hole. Going sidearm up the hill.
Look at how scenic this is. The sun crashing through the trees. Beautiful course. Did he miss the Mando? He hit it,
No,
right?
that
He
was
made it
butter
clean.
smooth park job.
Fantastic shot.
Holy cow, that was clean as a whistle.
He cut the Mando tight, but it looks like that's what you need to get right enough. We'll see Joona now. More of an Anheuser release angle. I don't think he's getting the rightwards fade that he needs as he drops by a tree maybe
Circle
30.
2?
I was thinking about 25, 30 meters. We'll see if he can manufacture a putt from that lie.
We shall check it out as Joona comes up, Anheisering. This is so clean. Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
So clean is right. That was just pure down the fairway, dissecting it perfectly. Didn't hit a thing.
There is nothing else like watching an Anheuser uphill. Oh man.
Just pans out at the end.
That's
Gets the
just
full flat finish. Good upshot there.
through the tunnel. Joonas is up for his par, ending that unfortunately long birdie streak. Unfortunately ending it. It was not
Very
an
fortunate birdie streak.
It was a very fortunate streak indeed.
And some good upshots there. Asa also securing himself that. Yesay for birdie. 9 under. Yesay is now setting the pace.
Yesay. Taking the lead. These guys are, man, they came to play.
As we're already approaching double digits under par on only hole 14, round 1. Joona matches it nicely, putting himself also to 9 under. We'll see Joonas now throw in his par, hopefully.
Esse
Looks like
first.
we got Esse first.
Yeah.
And I have another ace shout out.
What?
Hole 14, 76 meter uphill. Shout out to Rasmus Saukoripi. Sauko ripped that one into the
Rasmus.
basket.
Get some, boy. Man, 2 aces in 1 round. Let's see if we can't get another one.
More woods.
Oh, yeah. Hole 15, 69 meter par 3. Got the Mando right this time as we are going to curl right to left. Going through the trees and around onto this fast green here. And we'll get back into our running theme for Finland with the downhill slope right behind the basket. No OB though.
Just the Mando, yeah.
Just
No
the
OB.
Mando.
I like that design here, where when you're in the trees, there's not any artificial OB for most of these holes.
I would agree. There's so many trees in this woods.
There's enough. The OG OB.
Yeah, exactly. just give me some regular OB, please. Just some trees and craziness to fight through.
I've seen your course design, Tony. You put tons of OB as we see Joona with a fantastic shot getting the full skip up there. Parked.
Very well done. Super high hyzer in the woods. Really pushing the ceiling.
And call me crazy, but I do like the Anheuser forehand with maybe a slightly stable disc here that just pans out to flat as you crest around the Mando. Might not be as natural of a shape, but I think it gives you a better chance to get all the way.
Yeah, I would agree. If you could do that shot, that would really pan over and get that movement. But it seems like the backhand
These hyzers do
hyzers
look
are doing
easy.
enough. Yeah.
They do look easy. As these guys just putting them right up there in the circle. We're going to have 2 approaches and 2 putts. We got Yesay up first for his approach.
Approach jump putt.
From 50 meters. Great stuff by Yesay to slide right up for his par on 15. And we see now Joonas for his approach. Didn't look like he even stepped or jumped that. Slides up a little bit closer.
Good little layup. There is that downhill slope behind the basket, like we said. Esse will take that lone birdie, though. That's awesome.
And Yesay for his par. Interesting to note here that Joona is very close and has a chance for his birdie here to snag his solo lead on
yes,
this card
I
again.
did forget. He is
So-
also the backhand hyzer guy.
A little bit
That is
shifting of
right.
seats now here as he takes the lead on this feature card. Double
10
digits.
down through 15. We still got 3 to play.
Really impressive stuff there. Hole 15, beautiful. As we see them now exit the woods a little bit, we'll see what we have lying in store the last 3 holes of Kuopio, Finland.
much better. Thank you.
Hole 16, we got a par 314 meter, just uphill a little ways here. A couple of plateaus to get over. As we come into the top here, though, we see that OB stakes are coming into play again, just behind the basket. I think these guys are going huge spike hyzer, though. They're going to be plopping them right down onto the green.
I think this distance and this altitude, this is playing like 130-ish. I think you really have to push it up there. And what a shot from, I believe, was that Joona? Wow.
Man, he is doing it today. That is parked.
Pure hyzer bomb as well. That was not ever really turning up and rightwards.
I mean, I will totally agree. This is not playing 114 meters whatsoever.
These guys are making it to that flat crest of the hill, which is a huge throw, so distance not a factor for these guys here. We'll see Jesse now go to his backhand for this big bomb.
Come on, Hyzer.
I think that's pretty good. Looking
It's
like
looking
an orbit
good,
rive,
yeah.
I believe, out of the hand. It's not quite all the way up there, but he will be putting.
And as he's been putting today, that does not seem to be outside of his wheelhouse.
Could be putting himself to double digits under par as well. Joonas, with a little bit more understability there, gets a full flight. Doesn't quite have the height to crest all the way to the flat ground. But those 4 good shots on hole 16.
That they were. They were on target. Curious to see how the putt looks. Okay, yeah.
He's
Just
got a
at
good angle.
circle's edge. Jesse is the furthest out. Oh, just low. He has been squeaking those things over the rim all round, but this time he comes up a tiny bit short.
And Asa, a tiny bit right,
No.
catches some metal and falls out. He'll just have a floppy tap in there for his par.
I would not floppy it tap in like that. That was just over the rim on the other side.
And there we see Joonas for his par.
And Joona, lone birdie.
He has the look here.
I think we'll just call that a gimme.
I think this hole really playing as a separator for your range. In order to get all the way up there, where you just saw him putt from, requires a huge arm.
All the way up there and accurate.
That puts Joona to 11 under on hole 16. Jesse takes his par as well. Really impressive stuff, as Joona has now given himself a little bit of a buffer, 2 strokes in front of Jesse.
Well, let's kick it into a little bit more difficult of a hole. Number 17, 78 meters. Got this couple of gaps to hit off of the tee. Trees right and left side. You got to get over this hump and then start to head a little ways to the right. No OB again, but yeah, it's going to be some weird angles and some trees in the way.
There's trouble.
There is trouble. Late in the round, you really want to get these. One of the shorter holes on the course.
Averaging under par as well. Definitely an attackable hole, which these guys want to go for.
But late gaps are always trouble. Joona just late out of the hand, catching right side trees on the late gap.
They've shown an impressive scramble game so far. We'll see what he can get out of there. Asa flips it up a little more flat. Gets it all the way up there. That was buttery smooth. That is leaving him with about 5-6 meter birdie putt.
Not a single tree through that crazy tunnel.
Yes, they saw the line. We'll see him try to match it now. Playing this mostly blind off the tee, they might not know how close some of these shots are getting, but Jesse definitely not getting too close there, connecting with an early Guardian. He kicked left. Might open up his angle, might pinch him off. Tough to say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, get inside. That is crystal clear.
Wow.
Right up to the pin. Hits the last tree, but that is not far from the basket.
I heard a let's go from the spectators at halfway through that flight. They knew that was money out of the hand.
That was pured. And Joona leaving a little bit left to save the par.
Certainly a tricky one. We see the slammer here in Jesse's hand. Very comfortable for him on approaches.
He just squeaked inside that thing.
But fade and sit, he got it up there.
Whew. Yes, sir. Play with the nerves right at the end of the round.
Playing with our hearts as well is Joona here to save his par.
Stepper. Oh, and he leaves some meat on the bone for the bogey.
And I believe he has so far been bogey free.
I believe you are correct.
But Asa snagging a very nice birdie there to go 4 under for the round.
Solid. Joona for the bogey. Looks to be about 5-6 meters. Yeah, that's no big deal.
And good save. Only 10 under par still.
Still on that double-digit train. One more hole to go. Can still make it 11. Solid round nonetheless. Double digits on any course. I don't care. Double digits under par is awesome.
Joonas with the let's go from the crowd gets an easy birdie. And this will be Jesse for his par. So he secures a 3. He's 1 behind Joona, tied with Joonas. And Asa pushing up the back.
Let's finish it off with one more Mando to the left on hole 18, 127 meter par 3. Just got to clear the Mando and start heading to the right and slightly uphill as we curl back to the left. OB stakes surrounding all over the place, carving that fairway out. This is a tricky angle to hit off the tee. This is a really cool finishing hole. Gonna see some definite point spreads.
We see Asa with the box. Looks like he's flipped up his backhand a little bit, getting the fade.
Oh, and it's a double Mando. I didn't see that.
Double Mando, left and right.
Mando.
The drop zone is behind them, so if you miss the Mandos, you have still probably 110 to throw, maybe 100.
Okay.
A lot of trouble if you miss them. You see they're quite close, but you really do not gain much by going to the drop zone. We see a roller here from Joonas. We'll see if he can turn that up all the way into the island.
No way. Oh,
It's
he's
in.
safe.
That
He's
was going to
safe.
go all the way.
Holy cow, that was going to be under the pin. And, oh, that OB stake almost ruined his whole day.
So impressive. That stake was the difference between maybe 50 meters or more there
For
over OB.
sure.
As these guys playing the safe forehand line, placing it into the fairway cleanly, not wanting to bite off too much. I think an easy 3 after the initial placement shot. Joona wants it. Going for the
he
turnover
does.
backhand.
Oh, is that too much turnover, though?
Oh, we're going to have to see a call. That is a
That is
green flag.
green.
I did not think we were going to see that color, but well done by him to put himself just far enough.
Yeah, with the cut roll, that did look OB, but he's safe.
Trick
Safe
of the
is
lens.
safe.
We see Jesse with a nice little chip approach. You can see how easy it is after that placement shot off the first to secure a safe 3. As these guys just do these little chip up shots forehand.
All right.
Got 2 birdie putts here now.
2 birdie putts to finish off the first round. Oh, Joona just low, cannot capitalize.
I think he knew it as well out of the hand. We'll see now. Joonas with a beautiful roller take this opportunity and catch the elusive birdie on 18.
There you are.
Great
That
stuff.
is 10 down to tie Joona up. Oh, here we go. Joona and Joonas.
Here we go. The battle continues with Jesse in there. The battle of the Triple J's moves on to round 2. We see Asa tap in his par there. And the same from Jesse here. This really does set up nicely for an exciting second round, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Round 3 tensions can be high. Round 2 is when you can really let loose and try to have a hot round.
Yeah, it is. That's why they call it moving day. I mean, you can really make your way up the board. You've got your first round out of the way. can
10
really
under.
focus in. I mean, hey, 10 under's awesome shooting.
We got 2 10s on this feature card and 1 9 under. These guys really shredding the course here and showing us how it's done.
And no slouch whatsoever with the 4 down. Really bringing it to us. Showing us he's got all the game.
The triple J's, this shows just the back 9, but all 3, Joonas, Joona, and Jesse, all had only 1 bogey each throughout the 18 holes, securing a ton of birdies as well. They have positioned themselves really nicely. Joonas and Joona at 10 under, Jesse at 9, Asa at 4 under.
And that is keeping it in the fairway as we take a look as Teemu Talikainen,
Talikainen, I think.
Talikainen.
11 under, sole first place.
Get
Just
it done, boy.
sneaking over the triple J's from 2, 2, and 4 there. We see 8 unders tied for 5th. A lot of names, a lot of golf remaining. Exciting stuff.
I can't wait to see it. Guys, don't be too shy to like and subscribe. Stay tuned.
See you soon.